Hi, and welcome to the next drawing exercise. In this drawing exercise, we are going to convert this orthographic drawing over here into an isometric. Now, before I do anything, let's put that low point P I always talk about. There we go. Now we can start this drawing. Okay, as usual, guys, I always start with a line, little construction line over here. Let's just do it over here like that. Alright, and then I'll use my 30 degrees to get these lines across. Now, I'm just not measuring at the moment, guys, and usually I measure afterwards, but I like to get things set up first. And by the way, always label the low point P. But let me just get these lines up first. Now, guys, this is how I always start an isometric drawing. This is the way I've been taught. If you find a way that's better than this, or a way that you find more suitable to you, and it's always correct afterwards, you may do so, but this is the good old standard method. Before we start anything, guys, let's put a P there so we don't get lost. So at least you know where low point P is now. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Which view should we start off with? Okay, but first things first, before we start off with anything, we need to get the length, the width, and the height. Okay, the length. If you look on the front view from P to the right to the end over there, it's going to be 50 according to the front view over here. So let's measure 50. Okay. Alright, and now we need to measure the length or the width on the left view. So you've got 20 plus 10, which is another 50. Okay, and let's look at the height. The height is 10 and then 20, which makes it 30. Before I carry on, guys, make sure you don't have this anywhere near when you're doing isometrics. It's a very common mistake when a student uses a 45-degree line instead of a 30-degree line, which you're supposed to do for isometrics. If you use a 45, it's going to become oblique and it's going to be incorrect. Please do not use 45. It will be marked wrong. It's incorrect. Okay, now we've got those little markings there. I'm just going to quickly scribe some lines. Okay, here's an exception, guys. This is where I rub away construction lines because they're going to be in the way. So this is the only time I rub them away. As I said, guys, try not to rub your construction lines away in the drawing. You can shorten them a bit from the drawing like that, but just leave them there, guys. Leave them. Okay, now that I've shortened them nicely, I can now join that on the other side. Okay, and there we go. There's our isometric cube. I call it the isometric cube. This is where our isometric drawing is going to be done. Now, this is quite a nice drawing because this is the type of drawings that I like when you, especially when you get them in N1, is when they've got one side that you can draw, a face. In other words, one of the views you can draw on the plane, and you can just project to the other side. Now, but I actually want to do some construction lines first, so let's just build it up slowly. I'm not going to show you any shortcuts. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. You can either start from the top or the bottom. It doesn't really matter as long as it's neat and everything lines up and it's all accurate. It will come together. We're going to start from the bottom. So from low point P on the front view, you can see it's about 10 millimeters. It's for this little step that's going to be here on the front view, and it's also going to go into the left view like that. So let's measure that. Okay, so there we go. We've got that little step over there. Okay, so that's for the front view. Okay, let's look at the left view. Left view shows you this 20 and this 20 and this 10. So let's go and do that 10, 10, 20. So I'm going to measure. You can either measure the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. It's going to line up anyways. But let's measure from the top 10 and then 20. And that's all you have to measure because that's 20 already. You'll see. Alright, so I've done these little construction lines. Okay, normally I draw them all the way down, like I make a grid. So let me do that rather. And there we go. Now, if you look at the left view, you can easily see that shape. There's point P, and it's going to go up there. It's going to go across 20, then it's going to slope up to there, 10, then down, then across like that. Can you see that? Let's draw it now. And there we go. Now look very carefully. Okay, look at the top view. I'd like to see if you can guys see the top view. You see point P is over there, and as you can see, there's a line. Okay, there's point P, but if you follow point P on the top view, it goes all the way to the top there. And as you can see, the line's going to go across there. The line's going to go across there. I don't know where this is going to go, so we have to project a line from there. This line's going to go across there, and this line's going to go across there. But before you do these lines, as I said, we don't know where this one's going to go. But if you project from that intersection there, like this, then you know where it's going to stop. Alright, let's finish this drawing. And there we go. We've now finished our isometric. Wonderful, isn't it, guys? It's actually quite nice when you do these 3D drawings. It's really nice, it's fun and everything. So, let's go and show you the 3D model. There we go, there's the 3D model. Now, I'm going to move it to the front view. There we go, can you see it correlates? Then I'm going to move it to the left view. Can you see it correlates? Then I'm going to move it back to the front view. And then I'm going to move it to the top view. And you see it correlates. Okay, move it back to the front view again, from the top view, and then isometric. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you learned something. Remember, you must keep on practicing. It's the only way you're going to learn. And have a great day further, and goodbye.